What a good boy you are. You're such a good boy. Okay. I try and train my dogs not to lick people in the face, especially me. He goes right for the mouth. You saw him do the nose, right? Because I've growled at him for licking me in the mouth, but he does that to everyone else. Anybody who holds Spike, I have to tell him he'll go right for your mouth. Watch it. And sure enough, boom, gets him right in the mouth. That's my little mix. That's my little rescue from the SPCA. And the SPCA, Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, they rescued him from the pound in Oakland. The pound in Oakland. He's got a little tattoo on his inner thigh. He was marked to be gassed the next day. They rescued him and about a dozen others who were literally running wild. I got a dog who was part of an Oakland street gang. They were feral, basically become feral. People who abandon them, just throw them out, whatever the reason. Because a lot of people suck when it comes to taking care of their animals, and they should not be allowed to have them. Well, they shouldn't be allowed to have kids either, but oh well. That's my little pal. They couldn't adopt him out because he was so mean, and he was. I got scars on my hands from that little guy. He was mean, and now nobody believes me when I tell them that. Spike? No way. Anyway, my guest is Holly Baglio. Who? Psst. I learned about MK Ultra. I'm just a good old boy from Bakersfield. It's amazing to me the things that I do not know. That since I've been doing this show, I've learned, and I try and learn more. And then I learned about the media, which I've been in my entire adult life. Even before that, I was on the radio when I was in my mid and late teens. That's all I've done is radio and TV and driving tractors, doing ranch work to supplement my meager media income in the early days. So I know how they lie. One of the greatest lies they tell is by omission, never even letting you hear the story. So I think a lot of that has to do with why I've never heard about MK Ultra until just recently. I really had no idea. I know it's sad for anybody who's all into that and knows all about it. I'm like, what is that? And I experienced some severe censorship on my YouTube and Facebook and everything but Rumble. Thank God for Rumble. Rumble.com/do not talk. While you're there, please, would you wherever you're watching this right now, hit that like button. That helps with the whole algorithm thing. And share these shows. Share them. So I'm on with a friend of mine in Northern California who knew all about this MK Ultra thing. And I asked her about it. And as soon as she started explaining it, all of a sudden the signal went away. I mean, just gone. I was like, that was weird. And I was live. I was live on several platforms, including YouTube, which, by the way, owned by Google. Never forget that. Deleted the show. Sent me a warning. You got another strike against you. We're going to destroy your entire life. We're going to take away your channel. Facebook ultimately just 3.5 months ago did exactly that. They deleted every single one of my Facebook pages and my Instagram page, which is owned by Facebook. All because I violated some community standard they did not bother exploring or explaining. Just that's it. I'm gone. 40,000 people. Boom. I'm out of their life all of a sudden. So I learned while I'm talking with this friend of mine. Her name is Renette Sinham. And I sent her a text, got her back. And I'm still live. You can find this show somewhere on Rumble, I know. Rumble.com/do not talk. I call her and say, are you going to come? Can you come back on? She did. Okay. That was weird. Don't know how that happened. Never had that happen before. We both said. And I said, okay, let's get back to this MK Ultra. Boom. Gone again. 3 times. I called her back again. We got back on. Happened again. So I know having Holly Baglio on today is probably going to get me dinged on YouTube. And if you're watching live right now on my YouTube channel or my friend Patriot Mike Cook, I'll probably have to bail out because that's going to happen again, most likely, because we're talking about MK Ultra. What is that, Charlie? I'm like you. I'm in the dark. I have no idea what that is. Wait, you're going to want to learn. But so I'm just telling you, and I'll give you some heads up. If you're watching right now on YouTube, please continue. But I am going to be I'm live on rumble.com/do not talk right now. They will not delete this. They will not cut me off, but YouTube will. I'm telling you right now, they just will. It's all very nefarious, very dirty. And that's the world we live in right now, where huge, bloated corporations are deciding everything that you're going to see and hear. I love Dan Bongino. I miss his show. I miss him being on the air, but I know he's doing an extraordinary job as Associate Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, working with Kash Patel. Dan Bongino gave up his show for that higher calling. But this is a fine example, and I'm so glad that people in the media keep telling you about what the media is really like. Dan Bongino's never really been in the media. This is his first excursion to the podcasting thing. I mean, he was Secret Service and all different other kinds of things. He wasn't like a media guy like me. To hear him tell it and to get him on board with what they're doing and how they've lied to us just through omission is awesome. Let's go back in time when Dan Bongino was still on his podcast.
Evidence again of exactly how the media cordons off the truth. So if you're a left-wing moron, you never get the other side of the story. Here's the great Catherine Herridge. She's on News Nation. She's an actual reporter. Don't know her politics. Don't give a damn. Here she is on News Nation talking about how she scored this huge interview with Elon Musk when the Twitter files came out, talking about all the censorship on Twitter. Remember when the files dropped? I was in those. So sensitive topic to me. She scores a huge interview. You would think CBS would be all over this. Oh, no. She says here CBS turned it down because they were unsure what Elon Musk was going to say. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not it. I get what she's doing there, but that's not it at all. They were afraid Elon Musk would tell the truth. And if you're going to gaslight people into believing bullshit, then you can't ever have the truth get out there. Check this out.
Yeah, so just to set the stage, it was the fall of 2023. I had tried to enterprise a story that would bring the Twitter files to CBS News. It didn't get as far as I had hoped, but an interview opportunity developed with Elon Musk, and the offer was to do a live interview with him on X. So I took that opportunity to the CBS News executives. And they said, we just can't do it live. And I was like, what do you mean we can't do it live? And they said, well, we don't know what he's going to say. And I was like, wait a second. Isn't that what journalism is all about?
Right.
They don't care that you will never be exposed to the alternate truth because the lie works for them. Follow the money. What do you mean follow the money? These media entities now at the New York Times and Washington Post, MSNBC and CNN, they're telling people a story, not the story. Why? Because a story appeals to them. Republicans are evil, fascist, Nazis. That's it. They can't accept that they're the bad guy. They can't. That they supported left-wing Twitter before Elon bought it and that it actively engaged in fascist-style censorship. They can't accept it. So they just don't want to know the truth. They can't accept it. The black men are being hunted by cops narrative. There is money in telling people it's not the Democrats running these cities into the ground and destroying the lives of black men and women in these cities run by Democrats. It's the evil white man who supports the cop. That none of that's true doesn't matter. They don't want the truth at all. And either do the swampy Republicans. Here, this clip of Tim Walz is a perfect example. Remember Tampon Tim? He'll be forgotten about in a year. No one will even remember this guy, just like Tim Kaine, who ran with Hillary Clinton as a vice presidential nominee. You probably don't even remember that, right? Here's Tim Walz, ran with Kamala Harris, easily the worst vice presidential selection on a ticket we've seen in modern times. Wants tampons in the boys' room. I mean, what the hell are they going to do? I mean, what the hell is a tampon going to do? But Tampon Tim seems to have an answer. Here he is in one of his first interviews here, talking about why they lost. And this is a perfect example of a man who is living in this Truman Show-like bubble, who is so gaslit himself. I promise you, he actually believes this. Here he is talking about how Donald Trump, one of the first Republicans in decades to go to the Bronx, to go to Madison Square Garden in the heart of liberal New York City, to go out to liberal areas and say, hey, man, I'm here for you. A guy who, you want to talk about real inclusion? Donald Trump, who got a record number for a Republican of black male voters. You would think Tim Walz would say, hey, we did something wrong. Nope. In his version of it, you did, because he knows better than you do. And you guys just don't want inclusion or any of that stuff because you did it. Oh, yeah, this happened. Check this out.
I think we're going to have to understand what type of leadership do they want. We were pledging to be inclusive. We were pledging to bring people in. Donald Trump has said that that isn't what he wants. And so if that's what America's leaning towards, I guess for me, it's to understand and learn more about America, because I thought that they were going to probably move towards a more positive message.
He doesn't want to learn about America, folks.
Nope.
He doesn't care. That was a clip from the Dan Bongino Show. You can watch the full show. We recommend you do on Rumble. Go to rumble.com/Bongino. Appreciate it.
There you go. One of the first to come over to Rumble. I was already on Rumble before he decided, forget YouTube, I'm going over to Rumble. It's been growing. It's been nice. It's been fun watching the growth, coming up to 4,000 people following my channel on Rumble, which doesn't sound a lot compared to, the big monster guys, but it's all from you sharing these shows and letting people know about the Rumble channel and signing up on Rumble, getting your own account so you can actually participate. You can comment, you can share. And so you can still share, you can still watch, but get your own account, even if you never post anything on it. It's kind of like TikTok. To be on TikTok, you have to have a TikTok account. YouTube, you can still watch videos there, but to participate, you have to have your own YouTube channel. You got to get on the account. So speaking of YouTube, when I get started with Holly Baglio, I'm probably going to have to at one point say, all right, we're going over to rumble.com/do-not-talk, because YouTube is about to cut this off. Because we're talking about not only how the media is complicit and lies to you through omission, but what the government has done to ruin lives. The government, with our tax dollars, through experimentation. It's about to get real serious in here. Holly Baglio on the show next. Hit it. Hello, my friend. Hello.
Hey, how are you, Charlie?
I'm borderline amazing. I'm considering whether we should bow out of YouTube right now, or just kind of see how it goes. What do you think?
Honestly, with the way I slip and given I speak so raw, why don't we switch over to Rumble now, just to be on the safe side?
Let me take care of that right now. You want to
And
continue?
every time you say Rumble, my cat jumps on my lap because his name is Rumble too.
Your cat? That's your cat making that noise in the background? Wow, that's a loud cat. Okay, I'm going to we're going to bow out of YouTube right now. And everyone watching on YouTube, you can catch us at rumble.com/do-not-talk. That's rumble.com/do-not-talk. And I'll